Good morning, friends. Right. So today we are going to see the study plan or approaching for JAB exam, accounting and finance for bankers. Right. So yesterday's video session we were talking about principle of banking. Today we are going to talk about accounting and finance for bankers. Right. So the first point which I like to highlight or I reiterate all my classes, I always says that accounting and finance for banker is easy, and we need to remember these point. We should not say that okay, always accounts is difficult, right? I am a non-commerce background graduate, or I am an engineer. I have joined in a bank, but accounting and finances are difficult for me. No, like not like that. Okay, so the first point which I like to iterate is accounting and finance for banker is easiest subject in the JAB exam. Why I'm saying is, look at the syllabus. We have four models. One is business max. Second module is called basic accountancy. Third module is called final accounts. Fourth module is operational aspects of banking. Out of four modules, the first module is a mathematics, right? It's nothing to do with accounts. The last module is operational aspects of banking. It is purely on theory portion of the banking, right? You don't have to worry about that. Module B and Module C is only accounts related topics are given in the subject, right? So what you need to understand is only 50% of the chapters is constitute accounts. The balance 50% constitute mathematics and operational aspects of banking, right? Even Module B and Module C, even though it is related to accounts, module B, it is very simple, which is related to 11 standard accounts. Okay, module C is related to 12 standard accounts. That's it, nothing great in it. So the basic understanding what we need to know before we start studying this subject is, the subject is easy, nothing specific or great in it, and only 50% of the chapters constitute accounts, right? This is simple. Okay, let's understand module by module what is given, how to prepare for that, right? Let's understand module 1 or module A, whatever you call it as. It is a business mathematics. Business mathematics as constitute interest rate calculation, YTM, that is a bond valuation, and then capital budgeting, right? And then you have a depreciation, and then you have foreign exchange. These are all the five major chapter we have in module A or module 1, business mathematics. Here what you need to know is, what are all the formulas applicable for each concept. For example, interest rate calculation, you should know annuities, simple interest, compound interest formulas, right? In terms of a bond valuation, you should know current yield, bond valuation, or a bond value calculations, or duration, modified duration, change in interest rate. In terms of a depreciation, you should know predominantly straight line method, written down value method, and sum of year digit method, and double declining balance method. Okay, in terms of capital budgeting, you should know NPV IRR calculation and profitability index. In terms of a foreign exchange, you should know the basic foreign exchange mechanism. That's it, very simple. So these are all the topics you should know, right? The formulas and how to apply the formulas and how to use the calculator. So module A is concerned, very simple. You should know the formula, how to apply the formula, understand the question and solve it. Okay, so around 25 marks questions will come from module A. Okay, let's go to the module B. Module B, I already told you, it is a 11 standard accountancy. What is there? It is their journal, ledger, cash book, capital and revenue expenditure, and then bank reconciliation. These are all the five major topics in module B. Very simple. So what you need to know? Take a 11th standard book, either state board or central board. Okay, irrespective of whatever the board which you are following it, no problem. Take that 11th standard book, start studying the basics. what is in by journal, what is in by ledger, what is in by cash book, what is in by trial balance, what is in by P&L, how the structure is there, right? How to write journal. From the journal, how to post ledger. From the ledger, how do we do that? Trial balance. From the trial balance, how the P&L and balance sheet is constructed. This is what the basic understanding required. You don't have to prepare a big balance sheet or consolidated account, nothing like that. It is all very simple 11 standard accountancy. If you follow that, more than sufficient. Bank reconciliation, practice at least 15 to 30 sums, right? In a bank reconciliation, mainly how we are arriving balances from cash book to passbook, passbook to cash book. This is what the module B is concerned. I'll repeat, module B, 11 standard accountancy books is more than sufficient. Take the 11 standard accountancy book, understand the concepts. Understanding the concept is very important, right? Thoroughly study that. Any doubts, you can put it in the comments box also. I can able to answer and explain you on the next video, right? In terms of a module C, what I'm suggesting, take the 12th standard accounts book. There are 5 major topics here. One is balance sheet equation, final accounts, company accounts 1, company accounts 2, ratio analysis. Simple. To understand ratio analysis, you should know the basics of P&L and balance sheet. There are certain formulas are there in ratio analysis for liquidity ratio, profitability ratio, turnover ratio, right, and solvency ratios. Take all the formulas, know the components of balance sheet and P&L. You can be thorough on 2 chapters. If you know the components of balance sheet and P&L, you can able to do final accounts question as well as the ratio analysis. Okay. In terms of a company accounts 1 and 2, mainly on the share accounting. Share accounting, you have how the company is formed, how the private limited is formed, how the public limited is formed, what is in by face value, and then you'll have authorized capital, subsidized, subscribed capital, and then issued capital, paid up capital, all these things. Then you'll have a forfeiture, right? All these things are very, very basic in nature. All the questions which is available in 12 standard accounts book, either state board or central board, is more than sufficient. Take out those books and study that. Okay. Module D is a gift from IIBF. It is full of theory. Nothing great. All operational aspects of banking, whatever you are doing in day-to-day life in a banking job, that is what is given. Nothing specific. They will ask, what is the procedures, in opening savings account, current account, loan account, nominations, etc. If you are thorough in basics understanding of banking, you can able to answer operational aspects of banking. Okay. This is what it is. That is the reason I am saying accounts and finance for banking is easiest subject. You don't have to worry about that. Keep that kind of a mindset when you are start studying that. Nothing great in it. Only thing is you need to put little bit of efforts taking the book and study that. Even I am not asking you to study the entire Macmillan book. I am asking you to study 11th standard and 12th standard accounts book, business mathematics, whatever the questions or the sums which is given in the Macmillan book, you solve it. Operational aspects, just read the theory, 4 to 5 hours, one round of reading of that particular chapters, more than sufficient. Okay. So to clear accounts, basically you need to solve all the sums or minimum 10 to 15 sums on the major topics. Like I will give you the major topics now. One is interest rate calculation, two is bond valuation or YTM calculation, three is capital budgeting, fourth is depreciation, fifth is foreign exchange, sixth is journal, seventh is cash book, eighth is capital and revenue expenditure, ninth is BRS, 10th final accounts, 11th is ratio analysis, 12th is company accounts. These are all the 12 topics. If you start solving all the sums related to this, it is easy and you can score more than 80-85 percentage of mark. Even I had a student who are came from military, right? Ex-military man who was joined in banking. He don't even have the commerce or science background. He's not great in it terms of English language also, but because of his hard work, because of his focused approach, he has scored 98 mark in accounting and finance in it's around 2-3 years before. So that was a opening for most of the student, eye opener for most of the student. It's not just only a commerce graduate can clear accounts and finance. First we need to remove that mindset. Anybody can study that accounting and finance. You can all become a master of that accounting and finance, score good marks, right? Any doubts or any questions, you can post it in this comment section, and so I am allowed to answer all your questions, right? Thank you so much. We'll catch you up again on the next video, right? Those who are not subscribed our channel, please subscribe it. Thank you.